I do. She asked me a question.
Don't you candidates talk to me. I'm a senior citizen.
This September 5th, 2008.
Put it on the ballot.
It was a sort of tea party before the tea parties. Dozens of furious Manchester, New Hampshire residents raising hell against the Board of Selectmen. Their grievance was the board's refusal to allow a timely vote on a proposed spending cap. But in just 2 weeks, these angry voters will have a chance to lash back at the ballot box. September 15th is New Hampshire's mayoral primary. And many of the people who delayed these citizens' votes are running for mayor. Now, there may be other issues and candidates on the ballot. The spending cap itself may be on the ballot September 15th. But if nothing else, it will at least be a chance to vote against some of the bad guys. The problem is, not very many people seem to be talking about this issue anymore. And that's what the allegedly sneaky aldermen are counting on. It's been their hope that this anger would fade. I'm sorry to say that a Union Leader article on a recent mayoral debate in Manchester failed to even mention the spending cap issue and the issue of the Board of Selectmen trying to delay the vote. If the Union Leader didn't mention it, my suspicion is it probably didn't come up in the debate. The issue is larger than whether or not voters were given a chance to vote soon. It's bigger than whether or not Manchester will have a spending cap. You see, the day this issue goes before voters is alleged by some to be 1 day later than required by law. So even if voters do pass the spending cap, it will probably be challenged in its legality. Some will tell you this was by design on the part of the aldermen who didn't like the spending cap in the first place. If you check the video description for this clip, you should see a link to a record of how each alderman voted on this issue, of whether to allow the vote in a timely manner. Now, I'm not a Manchester resident anymore, but I think it would be wise for people who care about this issue to figure out a way to get it back on the agenda. My suggestion would be another protest outside a Manchester City Hall event of some kind. Letters to the editor might work, or perhaps some sort of get-out-the-vote campaign. Give the media something to cover and an excuse to talk about this issue again, because they're on our side, or at least the Union Leader is. Now, off the top of my head, the only trivia I can give you about who voted how is that this Republican candidate for mayor, Ted Gatsas, voted correctly on the issue, although from a Liberty perspective, he's no prize. Spending cap petitions also got on the ballot in Concord, but were challenged even more heavily, and I don't really know what the status is of the spending cap initiative there. I believe Rochester voters were also successful in getting the spending cap on their ballot. For more information, the best people to contact are probably the folks over at the New Hampshire Advantage Coalition. I don't remember their URL right off the top of my head.